Welcome, everybody. Hope all is well. It's your girl, Tanya Weeders, ECMG Creative, and we are live at 5 here on Friday, January 17th, 2025. And oh, yes, you already see her on the screen. You already know it's about to be crazy in here for a minute. Wendy lit it up yesterday, and we gonna talk about it. Oh, yes, we are going to talk about it. So, if you're on Instagram or you know anyone on Instagram, share this with them because we're also on Instagram today in addition to LinkedIn and YouTube. So let's get it started. Let's go back and talk about our subject. Our subject is from idea to launch, from idea to ideation to getting it out there to promoting it to marketing and finally to sell it and connect with clients and customers, right? So we're going to talk about the power of starting not just today but starting right now. So of course we are moving along with our theme of leveraging your expertise with undeniable digital offers. This is Live at 5 with It Is I, Tanya. And this is the daily live stream from ECMG Creative. And it's packed with bite sized, actionable business strategies, 10 trending insights, and profit boosting tips to help business owners like you and pros take their businesses to the next level and beyond. We're doing this brick by solitary brick by also showing you and giving you profit producing tasks that you can absolutely execute within the day. So join us every weekday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, turn up, and start growing and glowing today. Yeah, da, 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 da. So every day we're showing up here operating under the same four pillars, if you will. This is the square that you stand on. This is your foundation. And it may be a little different from what you're doing in your business or for your brand, but and however, this should be sprinkled somewhere in therewith. Our focus is on the main thing. Our consistency, our level of consistency is to drive for a level of discipline. When it comes to relationships, we're always building on them. We're always going in the right direction towards building a rapport because we understand every relationship, whether it's transactional or not, it begins with a conversation. So we have to go into and we have to put a premium, if you will, on relationships. And finally, it's about service. If you ain't about service and you're in a business, then you're doing this wrong. You have to know, consider, and understand that if you are not in business to help someone's life, to help a business come out of the struggle that they're in, then you're wasting precious time, not just theirs, but your own as well. So when we show you these QR codes here, we understand you got things to do, places to go, people to see. So what you can do is screenshot this, and when you're ready, you go straight through these, you click the QR codes, and you take advantage of the free offers that we have here. And the one that we have here, that's the gift that keeps on giving. So without further ado, let's jump into the presentation because we're going to talk about Wendy in a minute. So all this week, we talked about the trading time for money trap. We gave you just cause for adding products to your service base. And we have also talked to you about overcoming common objections and identifying the right offer for your business as you begin to engage with your audience. We also talk about your first product, how to build it, and how it can complement the service business that you have. And then we talked about how to maintain the balance in between, and that is through AI, and automation so you can free up your time and you can focus on what we said was the main thing. And then we gave you a plethora of success stories yesterday so that you can gain some real world inspiration and stop being so intimidated by these big brands, because every single big brand, they absolutely started off where you are. So today, we want you to sit back and we want you to enjoy. We want you to imagine having a good problem. You've identified a skill or expertise that others consistently seek from you. You decide to transform it into a tangible product, a digital guide, a physical toolkit, or even an online course. Starting with a clear plan for creation, you validate the idea within your network, your following, if you will, you gather insights, and then you launch. You then commit to continuous improvement based on feedback, and within weeks, you begin to see results. This can be your story if you choose this mission and to stick with it. Because by creating a product that sells, even when you're not working on it, even when you're not on the interwebs, even when you're sleeping, you've begun future proofing your business. So we're continuing with you stopping the struggle and starting your streamlining as well. So, the final solution and the final frontier is your understanding that building a product based business rooted in your expertise, it offers stability, scalability, and freedom. It gives you room, it gives you breathing space, it gives you allowance. Okay. So, start with what you know, validate it with your audience, and then launch it with confidence so that you come out of it not just with confidence, but with certainty, absolution, and with clarity. That's the point. If you can't be clear about it, if you can't be confident about it, then you need to go back to the drawing board. So I want you to meet me. You probably already know me, but in this space and place, I'm your brand broker. I'm your digital marketing mentor, and I'm here to show you and prove to you that you can do this. You can validate your ideas immediately, if not sooner. Why? I've seen it done time and time again over my 25 plus years of design, brand design experience. From my years of being in global banking. Yes, I was a bankster. And now we moved over into publishing and also being a digital marketer and just growing along by leaps and bounds by adding AI and AI and automation into our processes. So right here and now, it's my job to help pros like you with your brand and leverage it so that you can use both automation and AI, creating an agency. I said an AG in itself. Yes, I'm thinking about Brooklyn South right now. Yes, attorneys, I want to talk to you at the Southern District of New York. Don't play with me. So, two things we're going to talk about today, and the first of which is taking actionable steps that you can start right now, not just today, but right now. All this week, we've been talking about your ability to identify your product idea rooted in your level of expertise. You want to outline a straightforward plan for creation and delivery, how to get it out there, who you're talking to, when you're talking to them, and how to meet them where they are. And that means feeling the room, reading the room, giving them not just what they're asking for, but also what they need, not as offers, but as options. You want to leverage your network or your audience to validate demand and then launch and then iterate and improve based on the feedback that you get. One of the people that I absolutely love is King Ashley Ann, and she tells you over and over again, you sell by listening. If you're not listening, you're not learning. If you're not learning your audience, you ain't going to be earning from that audience. Write that down. Glean that in your spirit. If you're not learning from them, you will not be earning from them anytime soon. So, what does that look like? It looks like this. You decide to monetize your expertise in graphic design. You do that by creating a Canva template pack for small businesses. Why? Because you don't want to have to do the same thing over and over again. And you want to give your clients and customers the freedom that you do when you create those templates and they can go in and edit them. See what I'm doing? So after you poll your audience to refine the pack's content, you launch it through your website or another marketplace if you don't have a website. Because guess what? You don't always need a website, right? You just need a place where people gather who happen to be your audience and they're ready to buy like yesterday. Okay, so you can offer also an affiliate program for further reach. If you've ever read Rich Man Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's what he talks about in terms of dealing with other people, creating affiliate programs so you don't have to do the heavy lifting yourself. You can have other people extol the virtues of what you have to offer so you then can take advantage of others' platforms as well. See how that works? And that began way before the interwebs. So now you not only have no excuse, but you have more leverage. Ramit Sethi, he is the founder of I'll Teach You to Be Rich. He scaled his personal finance expertise into courses, books, and digital products, starting with simple, validated offerings and building upon feedback to create a multi million-dollar brand. This is what I've been telling you. If there's any other incentive for you to start where you are, to use what you have and do what you can right now, not just today, it's this. Ramit started where you started at the beginning. And every good story has a beginning, a middle, and the end. And don't worry about starting small. Don't worry about who's watching and who's not. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when it does flourish, you'll be able to look back and on it and say, I was there, I survived, I overcame, and guess what? I'm gonna sell my pain. I am going to sell my pain. Thank you all who have showed up today. You showed up for yourselves. Thank you for engaging with the content. You are so welcome here. So, the second key we're going to talk about is future proofing your business. When you highlight the value of a product based business for stability, scalability, and peace of mind, you understand the real reason why you went into business. And it is really to put your level of expertise on display. And for you to create a content or create a product out of that is simply an expansion of that. That's the way you should look at it so that you can move about the cabin freely. We want to emphasize to you that starting small and overcoming hesitation, ergo not going live because you don't want to be seen, not going live because you don't want to be heard. No, you need to overcome that. And the easiest way to do that is to stay in your lane, stay in your wheelhouse, because what you should grow to understand is this. Once you start talking about what you love and what you've been gifted and granted and graced to do, all of that nervousness, it goes away. All of that fear is overtaken and swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? Listen, your time is valuable, so create something that works for you even when you're not on the clock. So, what does this look like in a nutshell? It's about recognizing your passion for baking if you're a baker. You would then develop a line of prepackaged baking kits tailored for busy families. Why? Because you can relate with that. Relationships begin with rapport and relatability, connectivity. After testing recipes with focus groups, you automate sales through an online store and build recurring revenue with a subscription based model. Very simple. An example of this is The Honest Company by Jessica Alba. You know the actress. Well, she started with a single product lines start where you are, honey. And then she scaled that into a sustainable, thriving brand. And you can do the same as well. So I know you are not sitting here saying that you don't have a digital product yet. No, no, no. This is a no excuses zone. This is an only option zone. This is only abundance opportunities for everyone in this zone. And if you're still saying that, don't worry, we're not here to make fun of you. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you all the way to the bank because through these codes, that you see here, I'm twisting for my folks over on Insta. When you click into these codes, you're going to get a free affiliate. You're going to be instantly have instant access, and you're also going to have the time to talk about, promote, and market your affiliate through this free for a moment option, scheduling option so that you can automate your promoting this product like as soon as you get in. And then when you look at this opportunity over at Zillionaires, you are getting the opportunity to have your own software. Yes, once you join, you are going to be a member and a part owner in a software that you not only can sell, but you can serve. You not only can serve, but you can share how you build your empire one step at a time with this process. Okay, and I'll talk to you about it later on, but I want to get to our hot topics in a minute. So, this is where we tell you how you can support, and support has levels to it. I'm here to let you know today this is a live stream. It is 5:17 a.m. in the morning. And I am here and so glad that you're here. And if you want to support us, the best way you can do that is digitally. You don't need to come out of pocket, but you do need to use those digits that are on your hands. We want you to swipe, engage, like, share, subscribe, 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 and connect and comment with the content, right? We want you to join our list by taking advantage of some of the offers that we might have for you as well. And also, if you want to donate tangibly, we are not offended by gifts of cash. And so, what you can do is meet us at the coffee shop. And if you're familiar with that, you already know that that is in the show notes, or you can wait until the end or closer to the end where we give you a code to actually click through as well. All right, we're doing good on time. So if you have heard anything that I said, you know now that you have no excuses because I've given you now and latest. I've given you something you can use right now. I've given you something you'll benefit from later, and I'll give you something that you can benefit from in the meantime. So all you have to do is sign up, start, and go. It's just as simple as that. No excuses, only options for abundance in this space and in this place. So I want you guys to continue to let your light so shine. We are continuing with the biggest story that is going on the interwebs, and we're showing you right now that no matter what's going on, you still have people who are suffering. You still have people who are around who really could benefit from what you have to offer as a business, as a brand. So as I started this project, I understood very clearly that this is about empowerment, this is about engagement, this is about impact. And so when you walk away, I want you to let your light shine. I want you to collaborate. I want you to leverage the platforms that you have. I want you to start donating a certain level of proceeds from the services that you have so that you can be of service. And also, I want you to promote your local business, right? Promote local businesses in the California area, even if we're in New York. But guess what? We're global citizens. So that means if they're hurting, we're hurting because we know what it is to be without. We know what it is to be frustrated. We know what it is, maybe not to that level, but we can meet them at a place called there. So while you're figuring this out, let's get to Wendy. Let us get to Wendy. What in the world happened yesterday with Wendy Williams? What in the world happened yesterday with Wendy Williams? Never mind what they're doing with TikTok. Never mind what they're trying to do with Girl Scouts. Never mind what they're trying to do with Kohl's and Odd Lots playing in our faces like they're going out of business and they're not. What in the world has happened to Wendy Williams? Well, here's what I want to tell you. If she's incapacitated, she is a genius. Do you understand? This is marketing, branding, genius for your mind. Why would I be talking about Wendy? First of all, it's trendy. Second of all, it's an epic turn of events. I won't call it a comeback. I will call this an epic turn of events because if you can get that much media, that much coverage, and this should be an inspiration to you. I don't care how much you think you are at rock bottom. This woman is at an undisclosed location. And what I mean by that is it's undisclosed to her and she's in it. She's in this space and in this place. And she is getting all of the coverage. So for all you kids and TV moms talking about you don't know who Wendy is, at least yesterday you learned that day. She is the undisputed queen. So, what are my opinions on this? Well, Wendy is Wendy. Wendy is not a dumb cookie. Never has been, never will be. She, along with her niece, orchestrated something wonderful. I'm going to keep it short, but I noticed that there's some patterns here with Wendy. With Wendy, if you watched her from the beginning or listened to her, I listened to her on the radio like my whole life. And I understood this. She always has a plan. She always is strategic. And whatever it is that she does, she knew the cheateration was going on with her husband. She knew that her husband was up to no daggone good. She knew and she knew. And she said it and called it from the beginning. If you do this, I'm out. That's what she said. That's what she meant. That's what she did. Little did she realize that what she didn't take care of came to haunt her. And when I think about this, I think about something that um, Michael Jai White said of Will Smith. He says, you know what? You better learn how to deal with the little things because when you become big, when you become the A-lister, when you become all eyes on me, that same little thing that you didn't take care of is going to come back and it's going to bite you in the behind and it will beat you to the ground with a vengeance. She didn't depend on her dependencies or she didn't consider that some of her proclivities was going to be her downfall. It was triggered by what happened to her, but her downfall was because of her addictions. Who in the world knew that you can drink yourself into dementia? What? Jesus. So here's the thing. I want you to notice that the person she brought to New York to become this major celebrity, who she fell out because of her husband, now has the platform to bring her back because he understands what business is. He understands. He understood the assignment, and I don't like him. But I love that he understands what the game is all about. And when honor is due and honor is given, you cannot do anything to stop yourself from soaring into the atmosphere. We're talking about this today because I think it's very intriguing how this epic turn of events is. Because way back in the day, when we just used to listen to the radio, we all heard Wendy, and then we didn't hear her because she was fired by the fact that a certain individual named Sean Combs put his feet to the necks of the executives that were in Wendy's employ, or she was in their employ rather, and she lost her job. Isn't it funny how a decade or two could go by and guess what Wendy's get out of jail card is and whose neck now is under her feet? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see three-dimensional chess being played in our faces. Wendy ain't dumb. Do you really think that the Southern District of New York, that their reach cannot get Wendy out of where she is, especially if she made it a point to say that there is information that she knows about one Sean, he did that mess Combs. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see and consider and learn. You don't play with people, and you don't ever underestimate people that you think are less than, because I'm going to tell you, even with dimension in a dorm that she knows not of, she has more power than you think. Never count anyone out, because with dementia, she has more than most of us with all our wits about us. And Don, you are a savage. Don Lemon, you are out of control. He said, you know what? Under the wig and all that makeup, she's really a nice. You're going to hell. You're going to hell, Don. You're going to hell. So just keep watching what happens. This girl is sheer genius. She's a genius. She is a G. Even in her sickness, she's a genius. I know y'all looking at me with that tone of voice. Let me explain something to you. Albert Einstein couldn't even tie his own shoes, and after my own heart, he walked around in footies. Don't play games with me. It's not what it looks like. So finally, I want to tell you about the TikTok because it affects us. We talked about this yesterday. If you want to know my full opinion, go to my LinkedIn and look at what I posted up yesterday. This is not what it seems. And if you play games with China, you're going to see exactly how much power they have, and more importantly, how much power we don't have. Because real money is in land. They have land, they have precious metals, they have precious diamonds, and oh yeah, they're still after more power. Because what do you give a person who has everything? Like the richest person in China who just happens to own TikTok, you give them more, and they're gonna get it by will or by force. They're gonna get it. Shame on you, you people trying to mess with our Girl Scouts. So anyway, I'm going to give you your tactical practicals at this halfway point. I want you to develop a product that leverages your expertise, aligns with market needs, and can scale with minimal ongoing input. How do you do that? You create a digital product. First, behind the story is you want to identify a problem that your audience faces. I want you to push it, poke that bear, agitate that thing, and then provide a solution for it. I then want you to validate the demand by listening to what's going on with your audience. Then I want you to launch with severe focus on that feedback that they give you. When you give the people what they want, they'll give you what they want in terms of attention and engagement. And then eventually they might purchase from you. But don't focus on the purchase, focus on the practical. First, focus on what you can give them to get them to the next level, and then you can move on to the next thing. So, for an added extra profit producer or profit booster, what you're going to do is integrate an automated system. Use your email, make use of your text messaging systems, or you can go with affiliate marketing, not to be confused with multi level. We're not with that. But we are here to talk to you about affiliate marketing where you can increase your return by 50%, not 15, but 50% when you partner up. And then the whole thing is about growing passive income streams. That's all you're focused on. But you're also want doing at the same time is maintaining scalability. Once you do that, you're cooking with gas. All right. So this is how it looks. It looks like Marie Forleo, right? She's the founder of B School. She started with small courses based on her expertise. She scaled her business into a multi-million-dollar enterprise by validating ideas, launching incrementally, and continuously improving. Know this that once you launch, it's not over. And then you go into maintenance, you go into tweaking, you go into bettering and improving your product so that your audience is improving and growing with you. It's all about evolving, not just changing, but evolving. And if your audience isn't evolving around you, then you're not paying attention. You have to listen more, listen more, listen more. All right. So you can be looking like this at this point. You're noticing that your audience is struggling with time management. So you use your skills to create a 30-day planner, a template designed for entrepreneurs in your space. Choose one. Maybe it's time management for bankers or cooks or childcare. The more you niche down or you pay attention or focus on someone or some group that's in your group called segmentation, then you're going to create a space where nobody else can fit. So you'll be the go to girl, gal, or business that folks are looking for. And then what you want to do is you want to validate that interest through a quick survey on Insta to secure your orders or pre orders. And after you redefine based on feedback or refine based on feedback, then you'll launch it with a simple automated sales system. All right. And something is coming up this weekend, so just keep your eyes and your ears open. So I just wanted to let you know at this halfway point today, this is what you have done. This is how you have won. This is how you have killed it this week. You have transformed your core service into a marketable product. You set up a sales platform or you got on someone else's and you learn how to promote them through social. Tuesday, you learned how to create a simple product, a digital offer to overcome objections and identify the right offering for your audience. Your offers may not necessarily be for your audience, or mine may not be for yours. All right. So if you notice here, you'll see that there's a QR code. That QR code is going to our coffee shop. When you go into the coffee shop, I want you to look, I want you to peruse and see some of the digital products that you can create yourself. And if you have any ambivalence towards creating your own product because you think it's too difficult, let me see if I can zoom in on. Yes, I can. I can zoom in on Instagram. Yes, I'm doing 50 other things at one time. If you think that it is too difficult to do something like this, join me later on today. And you won't be able to do that if you're not subscribed, you're not connected, you're not linked up with me, or you're not following me on Insta. But I want you to link up with me so that when we put out the clarion call, when we drop, you will be able to go right in and we will show you exactly how we created some of these digital products here that are now available. We're going to reverse engineer the process for you so you can simplify your process and make it super easy so that guess what? You can do this over and over again. And all you need to do is update the copy content and the images as well. How does that sound? So again, I want to say congratulations to you because you did the daggone thing this week. You showed up every day, you showed out, and that's what it's all about. 90% of it is showing up, and the 10% of it, which is going to make up 90% of your sales, is actually implemented. So again, We're driven by focus, where we create the demand and we demonstrate power. We do that by letting the main thing be the main thing, and we move with consistency. Then we are focused on relationship building, and then the bottom of that, or the battery in our back to do that, is for service. So we lay bare before you all of the tools that you need to do that. And the gift that keeps on giving is to partner yourself with collaborators and collaborations that will always bring you a return in some way, shape, or form. In some way, it can be financial. In other ways, it can be support. In other ways, it can be speed. That's what we're offering you. We're offering you the opportunity to join with a group that will bring you clarity, it will bring you confidence, and it will bring you to a space in a place where you are not shriveled away or minimizing yourself in order to grow. What we're offering you is a full scale system, all in one. Some of you didn't take advantage of the offer that we had. What we told you, all you need is speed, software, and support all rolled into one. And if you know how to package it, if you know how to attach it to an evergreen offer, you'll never go without. You have to find out within your level of expertise, what is it that you can provide to people who, number one, desperately need it, and number two, it's something that everyone needs at some point. Everyone's always going to need to know how they can get their hands on X amount of finances, resources, bringing more revenue into their business. People are always going to need that. Tie that into what your level of expertise is, no matter what that level is, and add it to something that is going to 1000x that. Never mind 10x, never mind 100. Shout out to those guys. But Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 1 and 11 sets you straight. 10 and 11. He says, I'll make you 1,000 times more than you are right now. Right? So we're adding the software because maybe your wheelhouse is not software. I know it's not mine, but I would like to have had a part of Microsoft, of Apple, of the TikToks. And at the end of the day, here's what it's about. If you could have an opportunity to be a part and have a piece of AI right now, would you do it? Why wouldn't you? Because it's continuing to grow. That's what our offer is. We're offering you the software. We're offering you the opportunity to improve that software. We're offering you speed and support in the meantime so you can focus on your thing. I want to let you know today, this afternoon, this evening, whenever it is you come across this content, excellence is not a skill, it is a choice. And whatever choice you decide to make today, that's on you. Whatever choice you decide, make sure you get applause, not from everybody else, but from yourself. And the quickest way that you can get that applause is when you get on the other side and it's way more than what you think it is. I'm giving you the opportunity right now, here today, to get in right now. While the iron is hot, you need to strike. But what I also want to get you to do and get you to understand is that at the bottom of this is you. At the bottom of this is what your purpose is. You are here on this planet to execute power through the purpose that you've been given. And it is represented by the things that you can do innately that people spend years and years trying to perfect. I'm here to let you know that it is about you moving to the next level, knowing, considering, and having understood that the game is rigged, that certain lies were not told, that the game is rigged in your favor. You just don't know that yet. So I thank you so much for spending this week with me. I want you to know that if you have any questions, comments, concerns about what it is that you've seen here, Post them up in the chat. Most of all, I want to know your takeaways of the week. What did you take away from this week that you could use? Give us some feedback as to what you did, how you applied it, and what were the results. Because everything I tell you, it must yield results. And if it doesn't, this is the platform for you to say so, so we can address them and help you through that process. Again, I thank you so much for joining me here live at 5 with It Is I, Tanya Readers. Also, I want to remind for you or to express this to you. If you are interested in partnering up with us to help reach those that are most affected by the fires in LA, let us know. If you have a following, I don't care what it is. If it's 1,000, listen. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, but none of it shall overtake you. So, if you're a firebrand with a fire following, let us know through the DMs and also through chat so that we can vet you and we can get you our affiliate link. And this is one of the best ways that you can become a part of an organization without investing full throated. And it's by partnering with someone who can split the proceeds with you, and also both of us actually get the influence that we need. So I thank you so much. Keep Wendy in your prayers and watch what happens. I'm telling you right now, this is the beginning of the end for a lot of people, and it's not all bad news. I want you to watch on Monday what's going on with the owner, one of the co founders, if you will, of TikTok, because he will be. Well, he was invited to the inauguration on Monday. I want you to tune in for that. So, you guys have a great weekend. Look out for me because I'm going to show you how to create your digital product over the shoulder. You all have a fantastic weekend. And as usual, I will meet you at the switch. Let's go. And then